Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Rick Roll. Alright, today I decided that I was going to go try and check out the silos, the Waco silos from Chip and Joanna Games, the Magnolia stores. So let's go check them out and see if I can even get in there. There's a huge crowd over here, but I'm assuming that's just people trying to get into the restaurant. So let's see if I can even get in. In case there was any question in anyone's mind why they call them the silos, apparently these have been here for almost 100 years, and they just bought the property and continue to use them. I don't know if they're using these for anything other than just Christmas decorations, but you know, that's what we got right now. Let's go in and see. Apparently it's Christmas time at the silos. So this is in the big gift shop here. This is just like a big, I don't know what this used to be, but they just turned it into a nice big shop in here. Now you can buy everything you ever wanted for your house. This was the grain barn. Like they got all sorts of literature you can buy. They got all these leather pieces with slogans on them here, little things for you to hang up in your house. Christmas wreaths made out of looks like rubber tree plant leaves. Yep, and they go crazy with the branding. Oh yeah, you'll be the standout in the gang with a Magnolia hoodie. See, my mom really loves these candles that have the wooden wicks on them, so I might have to get her a couple of those for Christmas. Hope she's not watching this. If she is, the surprise is probably ruined. Yeah, they even sell kettle corn here. That's kind of cool. Different flavors. Salted caramel, cinnamon toast, traditional kettle corn, and that looks like some sort of cheesy, okay, butter. To the gardens here, I guess they grow a lot of their own veggies here. Probably that they serve in the restaurant over there. Big lineup here. I wonder if they have Santa Claus here at some point. I just don't see him. Maybe he's taking a break or something. So this is another one of the shops in here. This is the Magnolia Seed and Supply shop on the property here. Just a little place. Decorative kitchen towels, pots and pans, gardening utensils. I think a lot of this looks like it's maybe more for decoration than actual use. Christmas tree ornaments. Magnolia gardening gloves. Yeah, can't accuse them of scrimping on the merch, can you? I guess Santa has arrived now. I guess if you don't want to wait for the restaurant, they get a bunch of little trailers here with serving different things here. Different tastes of Waco. Get a pizza here. Juice bar. Club sandwich. Got burgers over here. I guess they cycle different places in and out of here, because I've looked at satellite pictures of this place. It seems like it's different things in here all the time. And then out here they seem to have almost a swap meet kind of environment, where it looks like they let different home furnishing vendors come in here and sell their own stuff here, which is kind of an interesting approach. All the Texas themed stuff here, that's kind of cool. History of the barn. The historic barn was hand-hewn and originally raised in Ontario, Canada in the late 1800s. It was deconstructed and transported 1,400 miles to be repurposed here at the Magnolia Silos in Waco, Texas. The Gaines family and the Waco community gathered to participate in an old-fashioned barn raising, a tradition dating back centuries, when farmers manually raised the beams of a barn rather than using heavy machinery. Each of the 12 beams weighed approximately 3,000 pounds, and each one required 20 people to lift. The barn now stands proudly across from Waco's own historic silos, bringing a common theme of restoration to the Magnolia Silos grounds. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, this place was relocated here and hand raised. 20 people to raise each of those beams. That's kind of impressive. Bandanas for women, children, and even doggies. I really like how they repurposed all this stuff here. This is all the material for, I guess, pumping grain back into the grain storage shed. Or you can even see kind of the mechanics are still in there. I kind of understand their thought about keeping this all in here. It's kind of rustic, but it's kind of cool looking too. Just kind of have a little chill area out here in the middle where you can do all sorts of things with your family if you want. See, they got blocks for the kids. I'm looking over here. They got some cornroll boards. All sorts of just little kitchen knickknacks here. A little timer.
My dad will finally be at peace.
Big salt and pepper shakers, just what you need. Napkin rings. Stirring spoons that are probably a little impractical for use. I'm guessing those are napkin holders, right? Oh no, card holders, okay. I guess if you want to leave a seat for everyone and mark where everyone sits, that's what you use. Those things that you wouldn't even realize you needed until you said, oh, it'd be nice to have a pig card holder. And in case you decide that you're too classy to have a pig placeholder, they got just these little brass ones here too. I guess my only disappointment in this place, it all seems to be stuff that Joanna herself would be interested in. I don't see anything that I would be interested in buying from Chip. You know, no power tools, no 12 gauge electrical wire, no 2x4s, no none of that. I'm kind of disappointed. Hourglasses, that's kind of cool. Various Christmas tree ornaments here. A little watering pail if you're into such a thing. I spoke too soon. Here's the Chips part of the thing. There's the power tools, paintbrushes, little mini hammers. Not anything that would be of any practical use, but fun just the same. I could really use some storage jars like this, but this stuff is just horrendously expensive. So I did break down and get my mom those candles, so don't tell her, okay? Like I said, I like the kind of rustic nature of this whole place and how they kind of utilize all the stuff that was here. It's a kind of a fun place to visit. Yeah. I think I uncovered the secret of the silos. It's just storage in here. Oh well, it's still fun. Yeah, this is a line just to get into the bakery here. And you know, it's interesting. I've been here for 6 months. I've seen all sorts of railroad tracks. I've heard all sorts of trains in the background. But in the entire time I've been here, I haven't seen one single train. And it's funny, in the downtown area here, there's like a railroad track going down almost each street. It obviously was a big part of the town early on. And it's interesting how many things there are in this downtown area that are so close to each other, because here's the silos here, and this is the Dr. Pepper Museum, and there's the Alico building in the background where the tornado happened. Yeah, it's all just right here. So I did a little bit of research on the silos when I got home and discovered basically that the company started out in about 1910 and was a flourishing cottonseed oil company. Basically, they would purchase cottonseed from the local farmers, process it into cottonseed oil, and that would be shipped all over the world. This continued from about 1910 through the Depression, and a lot of the industry began to fade after that. In 1950, they finished construction on the 220-foot tall silos that exist on the site, and then shortly after that, the company started having problems and was sold to several companies who used the silos for grain storage, and eventually the site became abandoned in the 90s and remained that way until about 2014, when Chip and Joanna Gaines purchased the property and turned it into one of Waco's most prominent and well-known landmarks. Wow, check out this beautiful Texas sky. So I hope you enjoyed our trip to the Magnolia Silos today. I've been meaning to do this for some time and kind of figured I needed to do something positive, because so many of the recent stories I've done around Waco here have had kind of a negative spin to them. So I wanted to reemphasize that there are some really nice things in Waco. It isn't all just really kind of scary, creepy history and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed that. I actually hope you also enjoyed getting a little chance to see Nibble in action. It's not uncommon for her to come out here when I'm dishing the kitty treats at night and watching TV, and even to take them out of my hand like that. But that was the first time I've seen her hop up on the chair with me and get right up next to me since before we left from California. So maybe she is finally starting to get a little bit accustomed to this place and warming up to this new environment again. So yeah, like I said, that was the first time I've seen that happen, so I was really pleased that we caught it on camera. So anyway, I think that is all I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.